We're back with the Fox and Penguin show with more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. After a 1 week hiatus, we're back in smaller numbers, but nonetheless just as enthusiastic about dungeons and delving and dragons and such. Last time, the gang fought a swarm of Sturges. They then discovered a cupboard full with skulls, like filled to the top, and inside a single dwarven skull that could speak, and it had some sass. It was a sassy skull that gave the gang some non-existent lip, I guess you could say. They then decided to just straight up take the skull with them for advice and stored it in a bag of holding. Varrock did, in fact. And that's where we left off last time. So my players here are, to my right is Lance, who's playing
Varrock Nightscale, Paladin of Mistra.
Right.
Dragonborn.
To the right of Lance, we have Cynthia playing
Grackle, a goblin rogue.
And to the right of Cynthia, we have invisibly Stee, who's going to be introduced shortly, who's playing
Dave Fenfang, a monk.
Nice.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave the elf. Alright, so you're standing in this hallway that you've stood in, before, 2 weeks ago. You put the dwarven skull back in your bag of holding. What do you want to do next? There's still more corridor to be explored. Yeah.
Wade through the knee-high pile of skulls.
Yeah.
Should we put those back in the closet or just let them be?
I think we should let them be.
The maid will take care of it.
I'm not sure how that works here. I'd like to explore more. I'm just gonna point down the hallway and give the little, questioning.
Just as a reminder, you when you came from the north, which is this direction.
Yeah.
So you can start going and exploring to the east. I also just realized
I'll go first unless anyone has objection.
No objections.
Okay. Crossbow at the ready, just in case.
You'll never know.
Well, I'll know in a sec.
Right. Yeah, the corridor keeps on going to the south, and as you are inching forward ever so carefully, you see that it's making another bend after a few meters to your left, so to the east.
Mm-hmm. I'll do a quick check to see how many people are following and how closely, and then keep going.
I would imagine that that the others are just close behind you. Copper Kettle and Gendry probably the closest to you, since they're the stealthiest.
True story. Okay. Get this far. Again, kind of occasionally tapping on a wall to see if it sounds hollow, but not doing a huge lot of checks.
Yeah. You don't find anything out of the ordinary yet.
I'm not loving the sound of the yet, but okay, let's go. Dead end? Is that a dead end? Rude.
It does look like a dead end, but make a
that
perception check.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Oh, plus 8, 19.
19. You notice that to the north, on this side, there are very tiny, very narrow slits that could mark a door. The wall is otherwise like there's no signs of a door in anywhere, no handle, no hinges or anything, but you can see there's something
Grooves?
wrong.
Like grooves?
Grooves, yes, thank you, that's the word.
Okay. I'll tuck my crossbow, keep it handy, but not in hand, and to whoever's nearest, probably Gendry, say, "Cover me!" And I'm gonna start checking for, first of all, traps, and second of all, since there's grooves, obviously there's some sliding that happens, so I want to check what can make things slide in.
How do you do that?
Checking for traps, wave things here and there. My hand, oh shoot, does this character have mage?
Yes. Correctly has mage hand.
I step backward from things and I mage hand, first of all, just waving in front of random spots on the walls and ceiling, floor, and then pressing here and there, see if I can trip something.
Nothing seems to be happening.
Okay, in that case, I actually go into the space and, like, I want to feel it with my fingertips, not with mage hand. So that was to see if I could be sensed by a sensor, and this is to see if I can sense something. And then I also want to get really close up there with my face, smell and, like, get a really good look at various things, just see what I can see if there's anything in my experience that leads me to know how to make that thing that made the grooves happen again.
Well, the grooves have always been there. There's, like, you notice these grooves when you turn the corner and when you took a look at the wall.
Sure, but something makes grooves. Something makes grooves, and whatever made that groove, either it was dug into place for a reason, or it was scratched into place by movement over time. So I want to see if whatever happened there can happen again.
Okay. Make another perception check.
Not investigation?
Sure, yeah. Go for investigation.
15 plus 6 is 21.
21, alright. You notice that this door, could probably just, if you press against it, it would probably open. Like, you have the feeling that it slides inwards, basically.
It's a screen door.
Yes.
I'll beckon so that if anything goes wrong on me, somebody is there to witness it, and then give just a little push, and then quickly jump back.
As you push against the wall, it makes a sound of like latches snapping. The door slides back and to the side.
Which side?
To the right. It's just out of the way. I'm just having issues. I can't log in as a dungeon master for some reason. Oh no, I'm in. Jesus Christ! Just took forever. Sorry. So I can actually slide back this door. It goes. And there's another room. This room is rather simple. It's a square room, and it's otherwise it's unremarkable. But there's a small square stone block sitting right in the middle, and on top of that lies a big red gemstone.
As soon as Varrock sees it, he'll say, well, if that's not a trap, I don't know what is.
I'm so torn here. My keep myself safe at all instincts wants me to use the mage hand, and my grackle wants to rush in and grab the shiny thing. I'm rolling dice.
Alright.
Okay. Odds I rush in and grab the shiny thing.
Sure.
I rush in and grab the shiny thing.
Alright. What are the others doing?
Hopefully taking cover.
Lance, what are you doing?
Shield up.
Are you standing inside or outside of the room?
Outside of the room.
You see Grackle rush into the room, and the second she touches the stone, the gemstone, she disappears. Gone.
Mother!
Is the stone still there?
It is still there, yes.
Definitely a trap.
Actually, wait a second. The stone is still there, but as soon as she's gone, the door slides back close.
Set off the trap. Alright. Push on the door to see if it'll open again.
It does. You see the same room, no trace of Grackle.
Welcome to the Roach Motel.
Welcome to the dungeon, California.
Right.
You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
Bingo.
So...
What do you want to do?
I am loath to just follow, because I don't know whether that's teleportation or if that's something more along the lines of trap that pulls you in. Actually, looking at having witnessed it in action, can I make an Arcana check to kind of puzzle out what it might do?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, let's see.
I think Copper Kettle can detect magic if she allows her abilities to be used.
I also have the ritual, so I can...
Do you want to
11,
wait 10 minutes?
15. Not so much.
Yeah.
So my Arcana check was a 15.
Yeah, you imagine it's a or it seems pretty plausible to you that this would be a teleportation spell. It would make sense because you have a static object that is being used as some kind of device to channel teleportation energy, kind of like a portal stone. This, like, the most logical thing would be a teleportation spell, yes.
Well, can't leave Grackle all alone.
You're following behind?
We're all gonna die.
Will ride...
Great session, guys.
I will ride my little fella in there. Is the block high enough to actually lean down and reach and touch it while still on the lizard?
It isn't very high. Like, if you were standing, it would be knee high for you. Grackle was able to reach it, like, comfortably, so... And she's quite small compared to you.
Alright, well, I'll do it the simple way. Direct my mount to touch the stone with its nose.
Alright. Your mount goes boop with the stone, and you disappear. And you should now see a loading screen.
Everything's gone dark.
No.
Scroll up a bit, or zoom out.
That's a feast table.
Yeah. So Dave.
Oh, hello.
You've been trapped in this room for 2 days. You also went through the same stuff. You made your way through the dungeon for the first level. You found the secret door. You saw the big red gem, where you were quite excited, and when you touched it, you landed in this room. You've been able to sustain yourself off of this meal, like these all the food that's on the table in the middle of this room. It's good food. As soon as you eat it, it reappears, but you're still fat. You're still satiated. You see a fireplace with a comfortable fire crackling in the middle of it. You don't have to feed the fire; it just keeps on burning. There's a comfortable looking carpet in the middle of the room, which is gigantic. In one corner you have another carpet, which and what looks to be some sort of reading nook, with a comfortable chair and 2 shelves with books, and then you have 3 armor stands on the south side of this room. The most remarkable thing about this entire room, though, is the north side, because it's completely covered, like from one end to the other, from floor to the ceiling, with a mirror. There is on the west end, this side, is a door with no apparent lock. There, you don't see a hinge, but it's clearly a door because it just looks like a door. Like, the rest of the wall is just a stone wall on this side, but you see this door-shaped, ornate, wooden panel, which could just be a door. Like, you figured out that much. And after 2 days, you hear a sound, and a goblin appears. And shortly after, a big dragonborn, a big black dragonborn in full plate armor appears. Varrock, your steed, is not with you. Varrock and Gretel, you find yourself in the same room, and you see a elf standing there too. Steve, to let you know, this is your
table.
Yeah, you can move your character around any way you like.
Okay, cool. Okay, so he's sitting at the table. Close enough. And he's eating his food and having a drink, and he sort of hears you guys pop in, and he just turns to you and says, "Well, it's about time. I got some company," and raises a drink. Says, "Come, join me."
What does the elf look like? What do they see?
Okay, so he's like relatively young for an elf. He's probably about 80, 90 years old. And he's wearing red robes. Pretty simple looking robes. That's it, really.
Like Jedi style robes rather than long royal things?
Yeah. It's like Jedi style robes, yeah.
Alright. So, what do you guys do? You see this elf and he invites you to sit at his table. This seems to be his domain. He looks very comfortable here.
Just as a precaution, going to activate my divine sense. So if he's strongly evil, or if he's celestial, fiend, or undead, I will know.
You don't get any warning in that regard.
Okay. Greetings, fellow prisoner. Clearly we are trapped here.
I give Varrock a look. No prison I've ever been in serves food like this.
It's pretty good
I
food.
immediately head to stand on one of the chairs so that I can reach everything.
There's like 2 turkeys on there. There's different kinds of breads, wine, beer.
I sort of slide a goblet of ale across the table to you guys. And I say, drink up, it's good.
I'll give Varrock a look, and is he gonna eat?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, then I'll wait for 5 minutes, maybe 10, see if he keels over, and if he doesn't, then I eat. But I already pull several things that I want to eat near, just in case.
And on the plus side, you'll know if I'll taste the disease if there is any disease.
No, it's
but
perfect.
It won't affect
I don't know that.
I
don't know that. All I know is better risk one of us than both.
The food seems to be perfectly fine. It's good food. It tastes good. It's still hot, despite the fact that it, like, Dave, you know, this food has been sitting out for at least 2 days since you've been here. Mm-hmm. But it's still hot. It's still fresh. It's good food. It's good eats.
Magic food served hot and fresh.
Yes.
Have I ever heard of anything like this happening? This seems like something that I have dreamed on many a night.
Make a history check.
History. What do I add for history? 18.
You heard, maybe as a child, you were either someone read it to you, or you were sitting under a window while a parent read this fairy tale to their child. But you heard about a witch trapping unruly children in like a prison, a room they cannot escape out of unless they are smart. Like in the stories, the hero, the child, is always outsmarting the witch in some way. There's always a hidden way to escape the room.
So in the 2 days I've been here, have I been sort of like looking around and trying to find out what have I found out about the place so far?
So the thing you found out so far is the room that's being mirrored, like in the mirror, isn't the same as the one in this room that you're in right now. You can see yourself. You can see yourself. You can see the others. But there are a few things off in the mirror image. For example, the fire in the mirror, the fireplace, is out. That's the biggest difference you found. That's the first thing that pops your eye, like catches, because a fire is bright.
Did the rest of us notice these things as well?
Did you take a look around yet?
Well, we're sitting facing the other direction, so...
While I'm waiting to see whether Varrock dies of poison, then looking around.
Alright.
Looking and wandering.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 14 plus 8 is...
22?
22.
22.
Yeah, you quickly notice that the mirror isn't showing a perfect mirror image. as I mentioned, the fireplace in the mirror is out. The armor stands are different. There's like the orientation in like of the food on the table is different. The and as you take a closer look, you even see that the books in the bookshelf right here are orientated in a different way. All these small kinds of things here and there.
Okay. All right. So I think Dave's gonna start talking to the guys and just ask them how they got here. Sort of, did you touch the big red crystal too? Sort of thing. Asking those sort of questions.
Yeah. It was so pretty.
I couldn't very well leave Grapple alone, so I followed suit.
You know, for someone big, you're not terrible. I mentioned to Vara. Is the food good?
It's quite tasty.
I get up and start wandering and do the investigation that would net me all of the information you just shared. I'll get up and wander around the room and start doing the investigation that would give me the information you just shared. Hey, that's not... Varrock, look. And I point at the two different fireplaces.
That is odd.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that mirror lies.
Or it reflects the truth.
I walk up to it. I don't touch the mirror, but I walk up to it and start making faces and doing little, seeing if mirror Grackle is the same.
The very same. Perfect mirror image.
I'm gonna stand up and walk over to the mirror and take a look. It's fairly obviously some kind of magical thing going on. Say the fireplace is out. What about the door?
Door is the same.
Okay. Gonna walk over to the fireplace here. Does it feel like it's actually radiating warmth?
Yes, it's a very comfortable, warm fire. The room itself, like it's the essence of comfortable. Yeah.
I'll take note of the differences and then go back and sit down because Varrock doesn't seem to look sick.
Yeah.
And now I'll start eating the things that I've called dibs on.
Yeah.
And realizing after I've done so that it replenishes.
Yes. The second you bite into something and like swallow it down, it reappears on the table, on the place that it used to sit.
Grackle's eyes go enormous.
Also, like the plates that the food was on disappear. Like when you put it, take it away from the place that it was, and you eat it, the plate disappears and reappear full on its original place.
I live here now.
I have a doubt. While Grackle is stuffing their face, Varrock is going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. That takes 10 minutes.
Spend the 10 minutes.
So Varrock suddenly sits down, mumbling to himself.
Do I know anything about these armor suits down the bottom?
You notice that they are different. For example, the most glaring difference is the one in the middle. It is like in the mirror, it's holding a shield. In your room, it's not. The armor stand to the left of the not shield holding armor stand is holding a sword, like as I say holding like this, but it's like resting on it, like it's standing on the floor upright. So does the shield. And the one on the right is holding a spear. In the mirror, it is vice versa. It's reversed. The one on the left is holding the spear. The one on the right is holding a sword.
Has anything changed for me since these guys appeared?
No. Everything is the same. The only difference is that you can now can hear like a goblin audibly stuffing their face.
Going to town on some food.
Yeah, like
Oh
that.
yes,
the turkey leg
I
is being
clearly
decimated.
the turkey leg, the other turkey leg, the breast, the back, the oysters from the back. This is my turkey. I clearly have a plan to prepare for a long winter.
She has a small frame. You have no idea where the food is going, but it's disappearing.
Some of it's, to be fair, disappearing into the bag at my side. But not all of it.
Now we'll see how that works. This might be conjured food.
Well, sure, but I'm going to keep as much of it as I can. In fact, a lot of it's going to go into my bag, and then later, after I take a pause in eating, I'll go back into the bag and see if I can get one of the dinner rolls out. Is it there?
Actually no. You keep filling your bag and you can then go back to eating. That's why you don't notice that your bag gets lighter again as you keep going.
Yeah.
It's only real when you're touching it.
Well, that's fine. I'm going to touch it with my entire stomach. And I keep stuffing.
Yeah.
Well, that's legit. That's absolutely legit.
My middle starts to poke out just that little bit that says, this is a well-fed. When she sits back to take a break and sighs, I live here now. Is there a shield anywhere on the mirror image of the room?
No. But
Huh.
You had a pretty high perception check, so I'll keep that. You notice the shield, it bears a symbol. It is a blue circle, and in its middle is a 8-pointed blue star.
I know that design.
You know it very well, but you haven't noticed it yet.
Nope. I'm busy casting detect magic.
Do I know that symbol?
Yes. Very well, in fact.
It's one that Varrock has emblazoned on his shield.
Yes, the very same.
Oh, no, I can't remember where. I'm checking my background.
Dave, what are you doing? You see the Dragonborn sitting on the floor. The goblin has satiated her hunger, at least for now, you think.
A bit more cheese.
There's always room for cheese.
There's always room for a little more cheese.
So I thought maybe Dave could get up and walk down to the 3 suits of armor, and just start moving things around and see what happens, like swapping swords and shields and spears.
There's the middle armor doesn't have a shield, like it's missing. It's in the mirror image, but it's not in your room. But are you switching sword and spear, like respectively?
I'm going to try and make it match the mirror image on the...
The second you do, like you take off the sword and the shield and you put down the shield, sorry, the spear, and then you put down the sword, you hear an audible ding.
Okay, can I work out where that came from?
Somewhere above you. It's just like it fills the room. It's
Right.
kind of like a dinner bell just being struck.
Mm-hmm. So I sort of say, well, that's never happened before, and then I walk around and see if I can spot what's actually changed. Is anything changed in the mirror?
No. It's the mirror looks the same as before.
So did it now match the swords and the? Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Now just hang on, I say to this person whom I don't know. It might go away.
The food. Maybe.
Let's not be hasty.
Do you want to be stuck here forever?
Bit more cheese. She, aside from like now that she's bloated, this is a skinny goblin. You've seen goblins probably, and they tend to be skinny as a rule. This is a skinny goblin, as opposed to a goblin who is goblin shaped. She looks like a raisin rather than a grape. So you just hold on there. Get more cheese. Pickles, more cheese.
Yeah, any food you desire is on the table.
Well, I'm still going to start poking around. So, can Dave walk over to the bookcase and see what's on there?
Sure. Yeah. The
So what does he see?
The bookcase has a wider assortment of all kinds of books. It seems to be like a random selection. You have poetry, you have novels, but there's also just cooking books, that kind of thing. No magic books in that sense, like no spell books. But other than that, all different kinds.
Okay. So, is there anything like obviously different from these books and the mirror image books?
Sure, make a perception check.
Okay. 22.
Very nice. Yeah, you notice that like all the books have like obviously different kinds of bindings, different backs, different spines. And as you take a closer look, you notice that the way these books are sorted is different in the mirror image than it is in your room.
And would it be easy enough to replicate the mirror image?
Sure, it would take some doing, like shuffling the books around, but yeah, the books, you can take them out just as you would.
Can I invite the other guys to help me? Just
I don't know.
Sort of say, I want to try something here. Can you come help me sort these books?
Barak will absolutely help once he's finished with his ritual.
Yeah, he's still
I'm
sitting on the
keep
floor
eating for a bit, but once I give this little, like I gave up, I will belch hugely and impressively, and then go and help. And when I say help, what I mean is I will deliberately put at least one book out of place because I want to stay where the food is for just a little longer.
Yeah, it's impressive. You don't know where she's taking all the air from. Like a good guitar like needs a solid body to give the resonance. She could be an opera singer. It's impressive. And yeah, you notice that she misplaces one of the books. You correct her, but um, the two of you, it takes you about 5 minutes. And like when you're done, nothing happens, and then you notice, oh, there's one that looks a bit similar, so you switch them. And the second you do that, you hear another ding.
Okay. So
Quickly go back to the table and get more food. I'm determined. I'm determined to lay in for a long winter.
Has anything else changed in the room?
No.
No. Okay, well, I guess that just leaves the fireplace.
The fireplace was out of wasn't the same. The table, like with the food, wasn't the same, and the shield on the armor stand.
I'm gonna keep playing the shell game with the food. Oh no, I need a bit more of that, and move the bowl away from where it should be. Have to check the mirror.
Yeah, you're checking the mirror when you change the food around?
Yeah, because when I wandered over to the bookcase, I came back sitting on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Table. So now I can see the mirror as I see the food, and I'm just going to keep moving things a little out of whack.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, if they make this food go away, there will be... I would like to rage.
when you move plates away, but you don't eat it. Oh,
I'll still eat it. Move a plate, take a little piece of thing from it.
It just disappears and then reappears in the place that it was.
But in the mistaken place, right? Not in the right place?
Make a perception check.
22.
Very nice. Yeah, you...
I kind of want to miss it.
No, you notice that there's only one table. There's only one object on the table that's missing in the mirror. And it's a small, like a small pot, very small. It's like it has a little lid on it. It's standing in your version. It's standing right in the middle of the table.
Okay.
It's not in the mirror image.
At all.
Not
Can
at
I see a pot in the mirror image?
No, it's not in the mirror image. It's missing.
No, I don't mean on the table. I mean somewhere else in the other room.
No.
Okay.
Do we move it?
I don't know. Do you? It's D&D.
I'm asking Grackle. She seems to be the most upset about the possibility of the food being removed.
I hiss and growl if they reach for it.
Let's leave the food for now. Can we maybe go and try and put the fire out so it matches the other room?
Sure. How would you go about that?
Well, what can I see? Is there anything I can use to put it out with?
How long have you been drinking? Can you pee?
It's pretty.
Sorry.
It's
It's a pretty
solid
big fire.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be anything to put fire out. There's like no bucket of water or anything. Yeah.
I have the thing. I need to finish my ritual, please.
You are actually
10 minutes.
Yeah, you're actually done at this point, I think. Let's not keep you waiting.
So, with my detect magic going,
Yeah?
do I see? First of all, do I see any illusion?
No.
Okay. That was the most relevant thing. And the fire, is it real fire? Is
It's
it
real
magically
fire.
sustained fire? Okay.
There's a general like magic over this entire room. You sense like evocation magic. You sense like just teleportation magic. But there's no illusion magic. All the things you see are real.
Okay. That was the important bit.
Yes.
I'll maintain concentration on them, but beyond that, like, it's mostly there at this point to make sure that if anything funny happens,
Sure.
I'll see what it is.
All right.
Varrock will look around and go, well, you've been very busy. What's going on?
What?
He was asking.
Sorry. You've been very busy. I can see. What's going on?
So Dave sort of explains that we're trying to make the mirror, well, make our versions match the mirror versions, and see what happens. We've been hearing dings when we get things right. Well, we think it's right. We think it's right.
So you want the things in the room to match what's on the mirror?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, I can put out the fire. That's easy enough. Decanter of endless water.
Yeah.
Geyser.
You see Varric like standing up, and he pulls out like this decanter. It has a small like cork or something on it. He pulls it out, and water just shoots out, like just a geyser. The fire goes out instantly. You hear it's hard to hear because there's this just the constant sound of rushing water, but in between you hear a silent ding.
Let's see, what else needs to match?
You're also sending a giant ashen puddle.
Yeah.
Is there a giant ashen puddle in the other room?
No, it's not, but it doesn't seem to care.
I relax just a little bit, and the fire relights. That's a 20 for sleight of hand prestidigitation.
Okay.
Ooh. Does anybody notice to do
that? Unless your passive perception is higher than 20, no.
No. Okay.
So the fire starts up again. That's new.
On soaking wet wood.
On soaking wet wood, yes. No smoke, no nothing.
Geyser it again.
Yeah. Turns off. Oh, it is extinguished again. There's more.
Back on.
Right, fire's back on again. Make another stealth check, Grackle.
Oh, 13.
Right, what's your passive perception, everybody?
15.
10.
16?
15, yeah.
15, okay, yeah. You notice Grackle doing some hand motion and whispering something as the fire turns on again.
So, yeah, sort of like give you a slap round the head and say, "Don't try again." And then ask the big dude to put the fire out one last time.
Every time you put the fire out again, you don't hear another ding, by the way.
Okay, so it's happened.
Yeah.
All right.
So what else needs to match?
Well, there's a shield, which is say it matches the one on your shield.
It does. walk it over there and set it in the right place.
Ding!
All right.
Everything that's about to happen is definitely my fault, but I abandon my current eating, get up on the table, and go wrap myself around the pot in the middle of the table.
Nothing happens.
Darn right.
Walk over, pick Grackle up, and set her and the pot on the floor.
No.
You
hear another ding, and then you hear the sound of a creaking door opening, and as you turn around, you see the door on the west end is opened. Beyond it, pitch black.
Where's the food?
Food is still there.
I abandon the pot and just start shoveling food into my mouth with renewed vigor. I'm going to be sick very soon.
Make a constitution check. Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw. 16?
Alright, you're fine. But you're definitely full.
I don't know about fine, but I'm not harking yet.
Yeah, you're full, but you could still eat.
I'm slowing down though.
So.
Oh, I could still eat. Bit more cheese, bit more fruit, bit more cheese, pickles, cheese, turkey, cheese.
Right, so the door is open. You can't see anything beyond it. Like beyond the threshold of the door, it's just pitch black.
Put the goggles back on.
Still pitch black.
I got dark vision.
Pitch black.
Anything? Okay.
Does anybody have the spell light?
Nope.
That will be a problem.
Can I light one of my torches and throw it into the room? Yeah, I'll do that.
The torch disappears.
It's not good.
That's either teleportation or darkness.
Only one way to find out.
Are there any pieces of food that are actually they have some length to them so that I can poke at the darkness with it?
There's a very long rope of sausage.
Sure, why not?
You're making it very difficult not to make jokes.
Grab the rope, flick it at the darkness, and see if any of the sausages disappear.
All the sausages that go over the threshold disappear. It's like it's cut in half.
Don't like that very much.
Okay, I think Dave's just he's had enough of this room. So
do you pull back the sausage? Or do you leave it there?
I draw it back.
Only the part that was stuck, that didn't go over the threshold, comes back. The stuff that went over is gone. There's a clean cut, like cut with a knife through one of the sausages.
I don't like that very much.
I think Dave might just run and jump through it.
Alright. You see the big elf in the red robes take a running start, and just leap through the door, and he's gone.
Going to go back to my shield and see what happens if I pick it up.
Nothing.
Cool. Reclaiming my shield then, because I'm not leaving valuable equipment behind.
Thank you for remembering.
In fact, actually going to look over the sword and the spear as well.
They seem to be more decorative. The sword isn't like the edge isn't sharp, and neither is the.
Leave them behind. Go look at the door. Look at Greckle. Look at the door.
Oh, fine! I grab the largest
Should
piece
we?
of cheese that's left, shove it in my mouth, and just run and jump in.
You see
I'm
Grackle
gonna die
with
happy.
deep like cheeks like this
Chipmunk.
hurl herself through the doorway. You're now standing alone in this room.
Strap on the shield. Walk through.
Alright.
That's how I died.
You all, for each of you, once you go through the door, you have like a short, like pressure on the ears, and then your ears pop, and you then reappear in a hallway.
A hallway?
In another hallway, yeah. And you might have to zoom out or scroll again, because when I change the page for you, it just starts out automatically on the top left. But if you zoom out a bit, you should be able to see.
Yeah, I found it.
I see.
You see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see.
I see, said the blind man to his deaf son as he picked up his hammer and saw.
Okay, so who's in this room? Who are these other people? Is that the rest of the group?
That's the rest of the group, yes. They were with you, too, when you... But they're,
through.
you know,
Alright.
didn't want to go through
they're-
copying all their
They're
tokens.
in NPC mode at the moment.
They're all in NPC mode, yes. You also find a still lit torch, and half of a, like, sausage, rope. Chain, yeah. I mean, chain makes more sense, yeah. You also find, stubs of old torches, long burned out. Looks like some adventurers made camp here some time ago. Like you find empty water skins, that kind of stuff. Someone made camp here a while ago.
Where's Varroc's mount?
It's not here.
Yeah. If it was any kind of teleportation or planar shift, it may have just incorporated.
Sorry.
So, what should we do now?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Oh yeah.
Oh,
I guess I should probably ask if I can stay with you guys for a bit, since we're all down here together.
Well, we all seem to be a bit all in the same place. So it makes sense. The more the merrier. Strength in numbers and all that.
Sweet.
Who are you?
So, yeah. So I say my name's Dave Fenfang, but the guys at the monastery call me Fang. I'm a monk, obviously. I came down here. Yeah, elf monk.
Yeah.
I came down here with a group of other adventurers who seem to have lost.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we were on a quest given to us by some officials in Waterdeep. But we seem to have gotten separated. Here I am.
Well, with any luck and with the grace of the gods, we will find your colleagues.
Cool. Let's go. Is this guy me, by the way?
This is you.
Yeah.
I still need to find proper tokens for every character. Like Star is playing a Tabaxi. Her token is just a common house cat. So need to change that at some point.
He's a tiny cute chonk and we love him.
Yeah. A small Tabaxi bard
Chonky
playing
boy.
a trumpet. Actually, I don't think.
Rotund.
I don't even think it's like a trumpet. It's one of these honking trumpets, the ones with the
Like a
rubber ball.
sousaphone?
Did you like the old car horns where you press down and it goes? Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because that's the on the fan art,
Horn.
or on the official art for her. All right, so you're standing in this room, or this more like a dead end, because you see a hallway leading to the east. What do you want to do?
Well, I would say that proceeding out of this area would be wise.
That's a choice, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to move all the other guys' characters together. I'll leave them just in a bundle of 2x2 like this. You guys move your own characters and I'll just keep them behind you.
Okay.
So where do you want to go?
Down the corridor seems like the obvious choice.
Yeah. So the corridor actually looks...
Do we see any traps or anything like that?
You'd have to make a check for that. Yeah.
Perception?
That would be perception, yes.
Natural 20.
Very nice. Yeah. Let's wait for the 8.
Oh, I wasn't going to bother.
Okay.
Even that.
You start to look around when Greco's just like, it's fine, it's all good. Like, you find no traps at all.
Okay.
Cool, let's keep going.
That holds true for like the entire length of that? Okay. If necessary, I'll look again towards the next bit that we see, but crossbows back at the ready.
Alright. So you see the corridor makes a left after a few feet. And as you peer around the corner, you see that it makes a left yet again, basically making a U-turn, but also keeps going south still. These walls and these hallways look familiar. They look like the rest of the dungeon. You think that you're back in the dungeon where you started out, but in another area. You didn't come out where you entered.
Well,
so we keep going.
Yeah.
See what's in here.
Yeah.
It's a series of alcoves.
Yes, indeed. Do you want to check? Actually, you don't have to go far, because you would be able to see this from here. You see that each and every one of these alcoves, as far as you can see at least, which would be the first 2, have mirrors in them.
Sorry, Anne, what was that? What's in these alcoves? You broke up.
You have mirrors in these alcoves. You can see them.
Okay, can I sort of like peek my head around, sort of looking into this top one here, sort of thing?
Sure. Do you stand here, or do you actually stand here?
I stand where I am now, and I sort of like peek my head around just the corner and look into the mirror.
Yeah, you see mirrors. There's basically, when you take a look, 2 mirrors standing like opposite of each other, making this never-ending hallway of mirrors.
Can I see myself when I look?
when you look, do you just like? I need to know your position. That's why I'm asking. Do you just peer over, or do you walk in front of it?
Just like from where I'm standing, I sort of just peer around the corner.
From where you're standing, you can see yourself, yeah, in both mirrors.
Right. Okay. Does anything look strange about me in the mirrors, or is it?
You look a bit darker, but that might just be because of the lighting, and these mirrors are just very dusty. Mm-hmm. But other than that, no.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything else out of the ordinary?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, not 20.
All right.
Nice.
You notice that while this mirror image is perfectly fine, your image on the south mirror, it's slightly delayed. Just the tiniest bit. Like, you don't catch it on the first glance. You have to, when you take a closer look, you notice that there's a minimal, just a fraction of a second, like a delay of your movements.
Okay, something that we can easily percept.
No, not easily. Yeah, you rolled exceptionally high. That's why you catch it. Okay. Your keen elven eyes caught this.
Right. So if I sort of convey that information to the others, would they be able to spot it? Now they know what they're looking for, or?
Sure. If you tell them to look specifically for that, they might probably catch on it too. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to tell them?
Yeah, sure.
Tell them.
Just did. I did. There you go.
Roleplay, motherfucker.
There's a delay in the other mirror. Watch, and I sort of like wave my hand around, and you guys can see it.
Yes, they can.
While he is looking at one in the other mirror.
Come again, you broke up a bit. I didn't hear you.
While he's looking at the one mirror, I'm going to look at the other.
You see the back of his head looking at the northernmost mirror. But it's delayed still.
Okay.
It's like you also have to like take a look for a bit until you notice it. But once he points it out and you take a closer look, you do notice it. Yeah, it's the movement and the positioning is right, but it's off ever so slightly.
Is there anything else in the corridor that we can see? Is it just the mirrors?
There doesn't seem to be anything else. Okay. It's just a hallway with mirrors.
I want to start walking down this way, but sort of like get a reaction ready to sort of jump out the way in case anything springs up or...
The second you step, just a second. The second that you step on the in front of the mirror. Actually, no. Yeah, well. Like, you step in front of the mirror, do you keep on walking, or do you stand in front of the mirror?
I walk past it into this space there.
Alright. So, the others notice it, because, you know, I need to... God damn it. There we are. Just looking for that. Sorry, I need to find player handouts and stuff like that, and it's not working the way it's supposed to work, which is kind of annoying. Alright. The second you pass or walk by the mirror, the others who stood back see this. It looks like a perfect, like a carbon copy of Dave, but it's a shadow. It's pitch black and it's standing behind him. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Initiative? You cut out.
Yeah.
Yes, roll initiative, please.
Why does my initiative keep sucking?
15.
15 for
20.
Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Grackle is on fire tonight.
These dice, I'm telling you, these little metal, this is going to sound like a commercial. These metal Chessex dice have not done me wrong. My wife bought them for me like last month, and they've rolled so beautifully for me. I love them.
Alright, let's keep hoping these, they keep that up and they don't suddenly start to betray you.
They did in one session I played. They didn't do so well. I was rolling right-handed. I'm doing now too, but I guess I've got the trick of it.
Alright. Varric, what's your initiative?
2.
2?
Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I know where all of Grackle's luck has been coming from. She's
Sorry.
siphoned it right out of
Well, you are a thief.
right.
Stealing all my luck.
Rogue, thank you, Rogue.
Whee, that's a natural 20.
Oh!
Woo!
Alright. You see the shadow emerging out of the mirror, and it latches onto Dave, like it swipes him.
Well, like an unarmed strike or with a weapon?
It doesn't seem to carry a weapon.
Okay.
But it rolls a 17 to hit. Does it hit you?
Oh, sorry, 17. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
All right. You take. Let's see. Oh boy. You take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
And
No, thank you.
oh, fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. And
Is
your
Dave dead?
no, that you're not dead yet. But your strength score decreases by 4.
Wow. Okay, so that brings it down to 15.
All
Oh
right.
no, sorry, my strength is currently. That'd make it 8. Sorry.
As a reminder, should your strength be reduced to 0, you die.
Oh shit. Okay.
No death saving throws, straight up death.
All right. Cool.
Just so you know in what kind of situation we're in right now. Alright, Grackle, it's your turn.
I back up as far as I can, which is probably right about here, and still see the shadow.
Yeah.
And fire a crossbow bolt, because that's what I had ready.
Alright.
And I'm trying not to hit my pal there in the middle.
Yeah, that would be...
We'll see what happens. So let's see, what's my hit?
Let's hope your luck doesn't leave you now.
Oh, sorry. This is not a crossbow character. This is a shortbow character. My bad. Okay, so that's a 16 plus 8. 24 to hit?
That hits, yes. Roll for
Yes.
damage.
Damage, d6, plus 5, 8 points.
Alright. Your arrow pierces through the shadow, but it does like spasm in as if was feeling pain. There's no sound or anything. It doesn't scream out. But you do seem to have damaged it.
Okay, I'll take that. And then I bonus action hide.
Okay.
Using the bulk of Varrock between us.
Dave.
And the corner.
Alright. Dave, it is your turn. You just got you felt a sudden just ice cold pain running through your entire body, and you feel like you've been just partying for the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
You feel tired.
Been there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm sort of engaged, so I can't get away from it at the minute.
No. You could try, but it would get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'll take my whip and I will attack him.
All right, go for it. Remember, it's a +1 weapon, so you get a bonus of +1.
Yeah, I've already sorted that out. So 23.
Remember also your strength modifier reduced because your score.
I used dexterity because I'm a monk.
Okay, cool.
So...
yeah, 23 to hit. That does hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, damage. Damage is 10.
All right. So, how do you want to kill this thing?
Okay, so I'm gonna use my whip to whip around his neck and sort of like pop off his head.
All right, awesome. That's exactly what happens. Your whip, it doesn't like wrap around it's imagine it being like smoke with some sort of substance. Like the whip wraps around the neck, but as you pull back, you don't feel any resistance. It just goes right through, and the head just disconnects and floats away like in a smoke cloud, and then the rest of the shadow just falls down and forms a black carpet of smoke before it dissipates completely.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Alright.
Ouch.
You still feel tired AF, as the kids say these days. Yep.
Okay, so do we think if I go back, will another shadow appear?
You could try.
I think I'm going to stay where I am for now.
Probably a good call.
Anybody else want to take the lead? Or come and join me?
Sure. We're going down the corridor of alcoves still?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then yeah, let's. I'll you know what?
How about maybe we try smash the mirrors?
First of all, but second of all, we need to have someone who is not a big damage dealer go first. Because if they're going to copy us, then we don't want to have to fight the toughest among us.
Well, it didn't copy Dave. It just seemed to copy him in appearance. It didn't attack him with its with his own whip or anything.
Okay.
It just looked like him.
Okay, well.
But you could still go with that. Just saying it didn't seem to have Dave's stats or anything, because I think he has a few more hit points than that. I hope.
They've been harder to kill, probably.
Yeah.
I've got a few more.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to. I'm glad it turns out that way, because if it actually copied our hit points as well, yeah, you wouldn't want to play with Farag.
No, I wouldn't. And yeah, let's smash the mirrors.
Sure. Which mirrors do you smash?
That one?
Yeah, the south one, yeah.
Alright. As you do so, you notice that behind the mirror there's just a few inches, not very much, but there's like a small space behind these mirrors, with just the tiniest of shelves, just a board bolted to the wall. You're not sure if it was like some sort of frame to hold up the mirror or anything, but yeah. There's nothing on there or anything other than just several centuries worth of dust and cobwebs, but other than that, nothing.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so with when Gretel, I take it Gretel smashed the mirror before she walked past. Yeah.
Or somebody smashed it. I don't think I have very many smashy tools.
Got a mace.
Well,
Mace would do it.
I've got a bow, or my whip could probably reach.
Then yeah, one of you.
Okay. Well, let's assume I did it.
If it's just a mirror, then even just a casual toss of the mace at it should do the trick.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to have you make an attack or a damage roll. Like you don't even have to. It's just a casual smash, as you said.
Did anything happen when Gretel walked past after the mirror was smashed?
Nope.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, I guess.
Proceeding.
Are we gonna smash the north one as well?
I think it's the south one which is something wrong.
Probably, but are we smashing them all, or are we leaving some of them?
Better safe than sorry, eh?
Right.
Should we smash them all?
Let's go for it.
Okay, can we smash them all as we proceed along the corridor?
Right. Just as a heads up, no reason at all, I need to know your order of marching. Your marching order. And where you are on the map. So if you move, yeah, I need you to move your token too. No reason, just curious.
I'll follow behind Varric.
Oh, how did I get to be you? Oh, because
you're a small creature and you can occupy the same space.
Oh, right.
I don't think Roll20 cares.
Well, I was only trying to move me, not you, so I apologize for moving you.
No worries. So I'm there as well.
Okay. Yes, I will crouch tiny in between and attempt not to be seen by the mirror. So Macy Smashy, go ahead.
Alright.
Yeah, literally just whips it around the corner.
You hear the smashing of glass and splinters of glass just
making
flying.
Incredible amounts of noise.
Yes.
As we have done once before. And that ended it so well. Well, it actually didn't end badly.
This is okay. There's nothing that could possibly go
It's
wrong
a
with this.
theme.
You're stealthy as always.
Yeah, but I'm with these.
Smash. Smash, smash. Smash, smash.
As you walk past
so long.
this alcove, Varrock. Just a second.
Oh.
You see another shadow emerge from the mirror. We're still in initiative. I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to use your same initiative as you had before. I'm going to re-roll for this shadow though. It's not going to use the same as the last one. And it is Grackle's turn first. So you see Varrock walking past another mirror, and even though he smashed it, the second he walks past, a shadow emerges from the alcove.
After he smashed it, or while he was smashing the other one?
He smashed it, walked past, and the shadow appeared.
Huh. So this may or may not be connected to all the mirrors. Never mind. I'm not going to have that thought process now. I'm just going to and let fly with a crossbow, with a short bolt. Right. Arrow. It's called a freaking arrow.
Roll an attack.
You never know. I did archery for 2 years. 13 plus... Come on. Plus 8. 13 plus 8 is 21.
Alright.
Hits?
Yeah, that does hit.
Yay.
Make a damage roll.
5. D6 is 5 plus 5, 10 points of damage.
Alright. The same spiel as before. It spasms, but it still stands. Sorry.
It's fine. Bless you.
Thank you. Dave, you also see this shadow emerging, but this time it doesn't look like you. It looks like this big dragonborn paladin. Seems to be wearing plate armor, but the arrow Grackle fired pierced through it with ease.
Alright, I'm gonna do an unarmed strike.
Right.
I guess I'm close enough for that. Right.
You can attack roll.
18.
Alright, that hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
And that does... Come on. 6 damage.
Alright, how do you want to kill this thing?
Okay, so I'm just going to punch it straight for the face.
Alright. So, you punch the shadow version of Varrock right through the face, yet like your face penetrates it, and it feels cold as you pass through it, but the face around your fist, it kind of like it blooms out and then dissipates again, and it just falls down like it did before, forming a shadow carpet kind of thing before it dissipates completely and disappears.
Okay. So are we still in combat then?
You're still in initiative, yes. Until I tell you so.
I feel like we're in combat.
You're certainly on edge, for a good reason.
So I've got an ability here as part of my Kensai monk training thing, so called Agile Parry. So if you make an unarmed strike as part of the attack action on your turn, and you're holding a Kensai weapon, which is my whip, you can use it to defend yourself if it is a melee weapon, which it is,
Mm-hmm.
you gain a +2 bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn.
All right.
Can I get that? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Until the start of your next turn, your AC is raised by 2.
To 18. Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome. By the way, each time you smash one of these mirrors, you find another small, like, board shelf. And when you smash the last one, you
Which
find, I think it was the south one you smashed.
Okay.
You see something sparkling on the small board on the shelf.
I'll go grab it.
It is Varric is in front.
Mage hand!
Varric is in front.
Now let him.
Takes an
let him
action
have
to
it.
cast.
Yeah.
You're right, it does take it.
So it is another one of these rainbow pearls that you found before.
It's a what?
One of these pearls that have this rainbow sparkle, like almost like mother of pearl, but more intense. Like it's shining in all colors of the rainbow when you look at it, but it's not emitting light. It looks solid, just like a pebble, but it's still shining. It's weird. It's like the light is contained, like, just within the material of whatever this pearl is made out of, but it's not going out. Like, if you're holding it in your hand is not being illuminated or whatever, but it's still shining. It's almost as if the light is confined within this pearl.
Cool.
Well, we did agree to keep them all in the same spot, so here you go, Gretel.
That means I have 3 or 4?
4.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So
Goes
does
into the bag.
anybody want to explain to me what these things are? Because Dave's not seen them before.
We're not entirely certain. They appeared to have possibly been decoration of some kind, but we've been finding them scattered all over the place.
They're everywhere. Shiny.
One was even inside this skull, and then pull out the talking dwarven skull of Sass.
What did we name
Second, it has a name. I hope you wrote it down.
I did, but it's not in this notebook.
Well, in that case, you don't know its name.
Is it Baruch or something like that?
You pull out the skull, and the first thing it does is "Rah!"
Oh, relax.
Tremble in fear.
I bop it in the place where its nose used to be.
Relax.
There was one inside the skull.
There was what? And it looks at like
one of these.
When Varric shows like it faces the skull towards you, Dave. Says, "Who are you? You knew."
So Dave's sort of like very, very surprised at the fucking skull thing, and he tries to sort of like swipe it away to get away from him.
Make
get
an
it away,
attack
get
roll.
it away. No, I don't want to hit it. I'm sort of just like flipping it away, sort of think, get it away from me.
Yeah. If you want to hit it, you have to make an attack roll.
I don't want to hit it. I don't want to knock it.
Are you just making this?
So it's like shooting it away, yeah.
Ah, you're afraid. Tremble in fear, bottle.
What is that thing?
A talking skull.
Ah!
I have
a talking skull who's not going to be allowed out again if he can't mind his manners.
By the way, what is the inside of a bag of holding like?
It's dark and empty and lonely.
My stuff. Who were you asking? The skull or me?
Neither. It was just, well, I was asking the skull what it was. But the inside of a bag of holding.
Dark and lonely. And oh so cold.
Didn't think you felt cold.
Surprised me too, but I did.
Well, extra dimensional spaces are funny like that.
What do you want?
Oh, I was just explaining something to our new companion. And how we found one of those pearls inside your skull.
I remember that. Fondly.
Yes, you were surrounded by other skulls.
Yeah. They're idiots, they're all dead. Not me though. Aha!
No, you are undead, apparently. We'll deal with that later. Perhaps you can get a nice burial out of it.
So, what do you want to do?
Get the
Stick 'em
bag
back
of
in the bag.
holding.
Yeah.
No!
Put the skull away.
Stick him back in my bag of holding.
Why would you do this?
This skull has no chill.
Literally
Ironic.
zero chill.
That was weird.
It was.
Alright, do we keep going?
Yeah.
Well,
Now we know
if we
what to
want to
look
find
for.
out, if we want to find out what's on the other end of this hallway, yes.
Now we know what to look for.
And smash,
Smash.
move, and smash.
As you smash another mirror, you notice in one of the shelves another thing. Let me give you the correct description. Where is it? Oh yeah. You find what looks like a mask. It seems to be made out of bronze. It is, well, life-size, meaning it's large enough to cover up the face of a humanoid, or of a human or similar-sized person.
Shaped.
It
Creature.
it looks like an old man, but looks utterly deranged, like one eye larger than the other one, and like big furrowed eyebrows and large bushy beard. Varrock, you get the sensation that you've seen this face before. Like this looks similar to someone that you've seen before.
Recently, I'd imagine.
Kind of recently, yeah.
What has to see if I can recall this?
Oh, what do you want to roll?
Yeah.
Insight.
Insight. Aha, the thing I have no bonus in. 11.
When you try to detect, when you cast Spell Shatter on the statue.
Spell Shatter on that statue.
You had this like split second of a vision of a giant, angry-looking face of an insane-looking man. And this mask looks just like that.
Lovely. Is it affixed to the wall?
Nope.
Or is it just sitting on the shelf?
Just sitting there.
Does this talk as well?
Nope.
One would hope not. I think I would leave that alone if I were you. I've seen that face before, and it's not particularly friendly.
I'm going to take the skull out of the bag of holding and show it.
Ah!
You know him?
It's Varroc's bag of holding.
Oh, I thought it was in my bag of holding because I just went like that with it.
No, Varroc took it and he popped it in
Would
his...
not have let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he also has
His
a bag of holding.
Mostly because, as it is also potentially undead, he's best placed to deal with it if it gets out of hand. Skull.
I mean, you could certainly try to pickpocket Varroc's bag of holding.
There's no need. Show it to Yorick.
Pull the skull out.
Ah!
Point it at the mask.
Tremble in fear, but... Oh! Oh god, no, not him!
We ask him
Aha!
who it
Who
is.
is he?
Dad! What are you, idiots? That's Hellister! Oh god, that's Hellister Blackcloak! The Mad Mage! You know, the guy running this place?
Ah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Does the skull know what the mask does?
It sits on your face, idiot!
Yeah, but does it have powers? Does it change you into anything?
How should I know? I'm a skull!
Fair comment.
Well, we could put it on your
That's
face.
reasonable.
I don't have a face, I have a skull! Idiot!
It's the inside of a face.
Touché!
Never mind, he clearly wants to go back in the bag.
No, please, oh god! It's so cold in there. I just want someone to talk.
Well, then
Well,
maybe
you
you
know-
should be nice to people.
No, never!
If you-
Ah!
Bag.
Could we do an Arcana check on the mask, see if we can recognise what it might do?
Sure.
Arcana, or do
Huh?
we need to detect magic?
Arcana would let you know about magical masks in general. Detect magic would give you straight away knowledge about it.
I
I
did
rolled
Arcana
very poorly.
14.
All right.
I got a 20.
9.
All right. Gretel, you just know that this mask is very shiny and pretty looking. Well, except for the deranged looking face, but it is shiny.
It's shiny and it's well made, and it might fetch a fortune. I know
Yes.
that.
Yes. Dave, you know that the monastery has, like, in the monastery there's lore about like Far Eastern magic. There certainly can be power imbued in masks. They are often used as empowering someone in a way to look different, to deceive others. Varroc, you also know that about the deceiving part, but you also know that a mask could also give you powers, like the mask that, like whatever the mask resembles, it could give you powers of whoever is resembled with this mask, like fractions, not the same powers, but a fraction of the power, like something like a part of the power is imbued in this mask. Another thing that masks can do traditionally is give you a special kind of vision, like a special sight. these are the things that you know about magical masks. Do have to add though, you do not know if this mask is magic, or what kind of magic it does have. Should it have magic? For now you know that it is A, the mask of Hallister, the Mad Mage. It has been hidden well. It looks very well made. And you can draw your own conclusions from that.
Alright.
Okay,
Keep
maybe
it?
we should bring it with, but I would say store it until we can look a little deeper into it at some point. We can stop for a while.
Sure. Where do you want to store it? Your face?
Stick it in the bag of holding.
Sure.
Oh,
You open the bag of
I'm
holding.
a friend.
You open the bag of holding. You hear, like, from the distance here. Wah!
Have a friend.
Alright. Do you want to continue?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Alright.
Carrying on.
Smashing windows and taking.
Smash. Smash, smash, smash.
As you pass this alcove,
A new thing.
something happens again. And you see two Varoks appear.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Varrock might get a shot in on one of them.
And I'm going to roll initiative for these two again. Ooh, boy. So that's oh yeah. The first shadow emerging, coming out of the northernmost alcove, it latches on Varrock. Starts attacking you. It doesn't have your weapons or anything, it just claws out. Just swipes at you.
Alright.
Let's hope for you that my luck with rolling is at an end. Nope. That's a... where is it? That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit, yep.
Whoops. Well. You take 8 points of necrotic damage. And your strength your strength score decreases by 2.
Okay.
Boogers.
Which is a bad thing for Varrock, who heavily relies on strength.
Yes.
Gretel, you see 3 Varrocks, all of them black. Just 2 of them are like made out of shadow instead of black scales.
And I can tell easily which one's which.
Yeah, easily. Varrock is wearing like shiny armor, and he, like, his shield bears the symbol of Mithra. These shadows are just inky black. Completely.
Okay, well then, I'll aim at northward Inky and let loose with an X.
Right. Make an attack roll.
17 plus 8. Yeah, 17 plus 8, 25. Does it hit?
Yes. Roll damage.
Plus 5, 8 points of damage.
Right. The same pattern. The spasm of pain, and the arrow piercing through. It's now the second shadow's turn, which so as a positioning, given that you moved through, I imagine you're all one step ahead, one further. Is that right?
Ahead of what?
Like one more. Like, let me move you for a second. Like this. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay. Is it Dave or is it Crackle? Crackle, who's next behind
Me.
Varrock?
Dave.
Right. In that case, it is going to attack Dave.
Okay.
Remember, your AC is still +2.
Mhm.
You hadn't had another round of combat yet.
Nope.
So let's hope for the best. Oh, that's good. That's a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Alright, so the shadow emerges and it goes right for you, but it just swipes over your head and you're able to, like, with your monk-trained reflexes, you duck below it, and it doesn't hit.
Cool.
It is also now your turn.
Excellent. I will do another unarmed strike on the one that Grekel just hit. So that's the north one.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's it. Oh, hold on. 16?
That does hit, yes.
Sweet. Okay. Damage is 9.
Alright. And again, you get the honor of killing this shadow.
Okay, this time I was going to, like, uppercut it in the chin.
Very nice. Your fist connects, and again it feels cold as you pass through it. And you kind of like carve a piece of this foam, of this smoke, out. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like foam parties are a thing in the UK. But there's this like you just shove, like, you cleave the face in twain, and it just peels back and dissipates in smoke and does the same thing, and just thump, disappears.
Cool. Okay. And then I'd like to spend a key
Yeah.
to use Flurry of Blows, and then I can
Cool.
make another 2 unarmed attacks against the south dude.
Alright, awesome. Roll your
So
2 attack rolls.
So I'll just decrease my key. First strike is crit.
Critical success or critical failure?
Oh, sorry, hit. Success.
Awesome. In that case, you do your maximum damage. Did we decide on critical hit rules yet? Did we have a critical hit yet? I can't remember if we already had.
We have.
Don't ask me.
It wasn't me if we did.
Because the way there's a lot of different ways. One way would be to assume that you do maximum damage. Another way would to roll 2 dice. That's the way I usually do it, but I've heard that using maximum damage is the more common way. Is there a certain way you guys would prefer?
I don't know. I mean, in the game I DM, I just double it. Oh no, I roll twice. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I roll twice.
That's
Yeah,
usually
what
the
I'm
way I
actually
do it
used
too.
to.
But I only had the bonus on once, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Right.
one was a what? So are we rolling twice?
Okay, go rolling twice at your bonus, your modifier to one of the rolls too.
Okay, so it's a 1 plus a 2 plus 4, so 7.
Right, 7 points of damage. Again, you feel the cold as you pass through it, but it still stands. It spasms as your fist kind of like it's glitching almost. But yeah, it still stands in your second attack.
Second attack is 18.
That also hits.
Sweet.
Roll for damage.
Wait a second. You hit the first one and it died, and then you hit the second one twice. You get 3 attacks.
Yeah, so I got these things called key points, which like basically
yeah, flurry of blows, right?
Yeah, so I'm doing the flurry of blows.
Sorry, I got confused. I was like, come on, give Varrock a turn.
Sorry, dude.
Not today.
No, not with an initiative of 2.
So that just did
initiative of 2.
5 damage.
5 points of damage. In that case, you're not killing it. So Varrock, you've been strolling through this hallway, smashing mirrors left and right. You didn't notice your body is fighting behind your back all this time, but this time you hear Dave like exclaiming, "Hua! Kia!" And you turn around and you see yourself, like a shadow version of yourself, standing there, menacingly. What do you do?
Snarl, no, and hit and take a swing.
Alright, roll, make an attack roll.
At the 15.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Yay! 1d8 plus 2. 1d8 plus 1. 7 points of damage.
How do you want to kill it?
Yay!
Straight down the middle, and it just collapses as it peels in halves.
Yes, that's exactly what it does. So like
Just
rolls down and disappears. You are out of combat.
Whee!
Smash the last mirrors.
Smashing the last mirrors, yeah. Varrock and Dave, you both feel tired. Varrock not as much as Dave, but still. You're standing at the end of the hallway and you see stairs leading downstairs. Well, yeah. And you see a room that looks sort of familiar. You see pillars.
Oh, the pillar.
Dave, you would also know this room. This is...
We had previously gone south.
Yes. No, you went north this time. You went this way when you came here.
I'm guessing I went that way as well.
Yes.
To get to the yeah, okay.
This seems to be the forest of pillars that is pretty close to the entrance, actually. And if you listen closely enough, you can hear just faintly, very faintly, like the sounds of like a tap room, like of the yawning portal, and that's where you're going to stop for tonight. You made it all the way back.
Full circle.
You came full circle, yes. So, what did we achieve today? We found a new friend. We escaped a escape room. You solved the riddle and managed to get out. You also ate very well. You fought yourselves, or shadow versions of yourself, and you managed to find your way back to the entrance, or close to the entrance of the Undermountain, of the dungeon that you came down to explore.
I can't believe I know where we are. I know where we are.
Yeah. You also found a mask of Hallister. You found out that Hallister Backcloak is the name of the Mad Mage. You should probably write that down, maybe.
Hellster what was it?
Hellster Blackcloak.
Black Cloak.
You write that Halaster and then Black
Halaster.
Cloak.
Black Cloak.
Yes, that's his name. You found another pearl. You still don't know what they are used for, but you now have 4 of them.
Woo!
You do feel a bit drained, quite literally. But other than that, you're still standing, you're still kicking.
Is it safe to take a rest here?
Maybe, but
as far as we know, yeah.
As far as you know, yeah. But we're going to find out next week.
Next session.
Sweet.
Fair enough.
So, again, I hope you all had a good time, both you guys, my players, and the guys in chat, viewing and watching. We're going to be back next week, next Monday, 10 p.m. 8 p.m. Universal Time, UTC. That's 10 p.m. European Summertime. What time is that for you, Sidhu? What time zone are you in? I forget. Sorry.
For me, it's 1 p.m. Pacific.
1 p.m.
U.S. time.
For me, it's 9 p.m.
That's
9 p.m. here as well.
Yeah, that's British time. That's Brexit time. Sorry.
Please no.
We're going to see you guys again by then, and we'll see where the party, where the quest, where the dungeon leads us next. Looking forward to seeing you then. Until then, everybody, say goodbye, say good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.